we know कि they are asking stuff थोड़ा बहुत about the product. So can we lie and say mainstream products only so the questions get better? I mean easier like that.
Come again, what did you ask?
I'm asking suppose let's say like she mentioned only jeans. So only jeans is not that known. So they might ask questions like that. So instead of that, can we use mainstream brands for that? Like I'll
Yeah,
say
yeah.
Levi's or something like that.
Whatever you are using, you say that, and it's better if you know who makes them or who markets them.
Yeah, yeah, okay, sure.
Yes, Gurkirat, same question to you also. Please tell us everything you want to tell us so that you are selected.
Okay. Evening, sir. I'm Kirat Singh. I've done my BTech from NMIMS Mukesh Patel School of Technology, Management and Engineering in Information Technology. I've done my schooling and college also from Mumbai. Um, someone in my family, education is always seen as something which is very valued and looked up upon. So education was something that has always meant a lot to me and is respected. I'm somebody who does not shy away from challenges. I love challenges, facing them and looking for the best outcome scenarios to face to minimize losses and maximize profits we can as per the given scenario.
I don't want to listen to things that everybody can talk about. Please talk about your achievements and other stuff.
I've um, I've been my school team's vice captain in football. That has taught me how leadership works and how to keep the morale up of people. So in bad times, nobody looks defeated or glum sad about it, and that has taught me leadership. I've participated in a lot of cultural events during my school and college years, which has taught me how to maintain stage presence, how to keep the attention span of audience at how to keep the attention span of audiences at high so that they are not swayed away from the topic, and which has helped me gain a lot of confidence by performing in front of a lot of people. Apart from that, I'm someone who values all aspects of life, not just one. I have been consistently into, as I mentioned, sports earlier, but I'm also into gymming and running. I run marathons every year, ranging from 10 kilometers to 15 kilometers. And one of my next goals would be to run a half marathon this year. Um, and that all these aspects have taught me how to look upon things from different angles so I can look for the best solution. So I believe as like in that sense I'm an asset that helps, that would definitely help with various outlooks at a problem and look for the best solution and give a positive result.
Mention three real achievements that you have. Top three
Three
achievements that you have, academic or co-curricular.
Oh, top three, right? Okay. I finished a 15-kilometer marathon in the qualifying range for running the full marathons later in the year. So that was a big achievement for me. Apart from that, with the brand I'm working with right now, we hit our record highest sales this month in the past 6 months, in which I played a part. So I'm proud of that as well. And apart from that, third achievement would be, um, that in during my school years we had biked the third prize in the MSSA sports under 15 football.
What is your biggest weakness? How has it affected you? And what are you doing about it?
Very honestly, my biggest mistake would be biggest mistake, right?
Weakness.
Weakness. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Yes, my very honestly, my biggest weakness would be that sometimes when things get a bit overwhelming for me, I lose control. I lose direction of the main task, and from there, I sometimes procrastinate my work, and that weakness leads to failures in those particular domains. But as you asked, how am I changing that? So to like, and first, the first step was realization, which helped me like, to come to facts with myself regarding this, that I am messing it up like this. So, like for example, my last cat attempt was not up to my mark, up to my standards. So I looked back and paused and decided that I should give it more attention as to solve the problem and focus on it completely. And hence, I focused on that examination in a more serious and more dedicated singular aspect this year, and performed a lot better than I did last year. So for me, it is to do it not procrastinate things on my end, and if any task is given to me or any task is to be done by me, get to work on it and the earliest possible.
Mm. Wait a minute. What is OSI model?
What is OSI model?
Hmm.
OSI model is the international is the open system interconnection model. It is a seven-layer model which is basically used for to break down tasks for the system easier manner.
Give a practical use of this.
Basically, when you use your computer, any computer uses the OSI model to break down the task you want to do in its language and transports it to the seven layers it has.
What is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS?
Uh, I had read this, but yeah, I think HTTP Hypertext Protocol, Hypertext Protocol.
Can't hear you.
One second, I'm framing the answer. It's I've read this, so I know about it, but it's basically like HTTP is when you use like for the it's in the name. HTTP is Hypertext Transfer Protocol. HTTPS is I'm not sure remembering what the S standard for, but as long as I remember, it is HTTP is like HTTPS is more private and confidential compared to HTTP.
Can you define data mining?
Data mining is the process of going through raw unorganized data, loads of raw organized data and through data sets or data collections, and from that segregate data to make sense out of it in simple terms.
What is cloud computing?
Cloud computing it's basically, or if I use an example, it's when you back up photos on your Google Photos, Google Drive or anything, it does not get stored on your phone application device, it gets stored on a cloud. So cloud computing is used to store data virtually in a cloud, as in metaphorically it's this cloud, so that it does not take away storage from your own device.
So, are programming and cloud computing the same thing?
No, they're not the same thing.
And cloud computing just means storing in a cloud.
No, cloud computing is of four types, as I remember. It's public, private, community, and hybrid. So it depends on a person's goal. Yes, majorly it helps in storing data and accessing for different. Like Amazon has a cloud for its own data self, which when you log in through an application, it is used. So the main sense is for storing data, and through that data, they do different processes. And it depends on what are your budget constraint and goals. If a company wants a secure or personal data set, they use a private cloud computing model. If you want to minimize cost, you can use a public cloud computing model, which you share with other platforms. Uh, Hybrid is a mixture of public and private, and public private community. Community is I don't remember community model.
What is Unix?
Unix.
Hmm.
Unix was in coding, but no, Unix is an like it's a operating system, but I have never used it, so I don't know about it honestly.
You have done C++. plus plus.
Like I have been taught C++, but I was more inclined. I was more proficient. I was working more with Java.
So, have you done any project in Java?
Yes, and mobile application.
Can you explain what you did?
It was basically an instant chatting application, like for example, just as we use WhatsApp and Telegram of that sort. But the difference was it was at a bit of it was at a lower end, of course. And apart from that, it had an AI bot back then when this was not very common. Nowadays we have Meta AI on WhatsApp, but it was not common back in when I was in my third year. So it had an AI bot which used tokens to answer to your queries, and you could create your own profile in that.
Hmm. So, Kirat, supposing you don't get into a good B school this year also, what will you do then?
As I mentioned, right now I'm working with a startup D2C clothing brand. So if I don't get into a B school this year, I will look back upon the mistakes I made and what I can improve, and definitely start preparing for the next year. Simultaneously working with my clothing brand, as that will give me a sense of how real businesses and market works. And along with that, I will rectify my mistakes of this year's preparation or journey, which could be the reason for which I am not selected into a good B school.
So, which is your best call this year?
Um, till now it's NMIMS Mumbai. I would say NMIMS Mumbai, IMT Ghaziabad, around those two.
No, I am.
I am Amritsar and the Jap process.
Hmm. Yes, Shreya,
And a
Sarah.
lot of calls have not been, and a few are left to declare their calls. So waiting for those as well.
Shreya and Sarang, you have any questions from Gurkirat?
No, sir.
Okay.
Gurkirat, should we know anything more about you?
Um, like I would reiterate on the fact that I am a team player and somebody who loves challenges and does not shy away from them. But I think one aspect which was not known, which was not discussed a lot in this interview was that for the past 3 months, I've been working with a D2C brand, as I mentioned, and that has helped me a lot with understanding how marketing works for consumer products. So that experience has that I have really gained that experience, and through my learning at a B school, I would want to enhance and make that better and help and move forward.
Okay, fine. I think your interview was reasonably decent. You seemed confident and fluent, but try to not go overboard, okay?
Yes, sir.
Any other questions, Gurkirat, Shreya, or Sarang?
So overboard as in like not talk a lot or not like
Don't be
what
overconfident, is
context?
what I'm trying to say. There's a very thin
Oh,
margin between being confident and being overconfident. So sometimes you sound to me to be little overconfident. That is where
yeah,
you
no,
need
no.
to watch out.
I mean, I try that. I do that. Taki, the panel does not feel that I am scared, but I can understand if that goes
See,
the other way.
little bit of nervousness always helps you positively in the interview. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, got it. Okay, so
Yeah. Okay, we'll meet again tomorrow at 8:30 then.
sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good night.
Okay, sir.